Hey wild ones, I'm out for a cold winter stroll in the DP with the puppies. And it is a beautiful day, a little sunny, but real cold. And I have picked my word for the year, and I have picked my word for the year, and I'm working on all the visuals for it, and I'm just excited to explore a new theme this year. And one of the theme for my year, the word for my year is going to be vessel. And I wanted to think about, I love getting the definition. I'm going to grab my worksheet and get back to you guys, but I wanted you to see the beautiful woods here at my local DP. I love a good dog bark. I'm going to talk to you about my word of the year and wrap up a little bit of 2024. My word of the year in 2024 was radiant, and it was all about the sun going towards warmth. Just reading through a little bit. So I created a worksheet for myself and for my community that I teach a lot for both 2024 and 2025. And my word for this year, 2025, is vessel. I have lots of notes on it. And then I also did a Procreate drawing of my vessel for this year. And I am really happy with it. So my word for the year is vessel, and it comes from a really it's been a hard end of the year for me and my family, so I really wanted to remind myself that I have the ability to have a rudder and direct my vessel the direction I want, even if the seas are really rough. And that I wanted to also have momentum. I think vessel has momentum, and I loved the idea of the dirigible, where you can invite people onto your vessel and really have boundaries around who gets to come and play. But yeah, it feels really good. I think hosting is going to become really important for me this year. So I've been talking a lot about, in my journal, about how hosting is sacred, and that the vessels I create, especially in my creative life where I'm creating this vehicle for people to come and experience their creativity, I really want to create vessels of creativity that really honor not only the artist that comes, but also the heart and the human and the person that comes to class. And the work we do together is just really important. And I was like looking at the history of dirigibles and like airships, large self-propelling aircrafts in the air using a lifting gas that's less dense than the air around it. And one of the places I looked at talked about a difference maker, and I thought that was a really interesting way to talk about your word for the year. And that's what I'm hoping to do, not only on this channel, and for those of you who have started on this journey with me and are watching and sharing and commenting. I just really want to say a heartfelt thank you from the bottom of my heart. It's a labor of love. YouTube is fun and interesting and a creative act, but it also is kind of a grind. And I took a couple weeks where I just took a deep breath, and I'm back at it now, and I'm really excited. I spent some of that time putting together some video ideas and some class ideas, and I'm hoping that I can teach some online classes this year. So if you're interested in that, please let me know through the comments. And if you feel like there's someone in your life who could benefit from seeing this channel, I would just love you to send it to them. It is an act of bravery to do this, to put it forward every week. And I feel like my art practice has flourished in the light of having to kind of get creative projects together pretty quickly. So I'm just going to kind of go through each section of this piece. But one of the definitions, I also want to think about vessels as an embodied word, like blood vessels, how I use my body to work out and be in the world. Also thinking of it as a container or a bowl, basin, dish holder, receptacle, the vessel of the work I do, creating an environment as a vessel. And then I like to search for quotes that resonate with the word vessel. The mind is not a vessel to be filled, but a fire to be kindled. I thought that was really good. The ability to pivot, adjust plans is your strength. Be like water, shaped to fit any vessel. I liked both of those. And then I have a pop culture section, songs, books, podcasts, movies, artists. I always like to create a playlist for my word for the year each year. And I have a selection of sea shanties on my playlist this year. They're awesome, and they make me dance and laugh and have a great time. So that's always fun. A couple books I'm interested in reading, and kind of like I've been thinking about the pop culture pirates and beachy themes and things like that, and also like steampunk is kind of coming up for me right now, so we'll be interested to see where that heads. Extending the word for the year, let's get a little weird, is what I wrote. A scent for the year. I've been trying to get up each morning. I end up taking my dogs out almost first thing in the morning every morning, and instead of just going out and I usually just do some paces around the deck. I've been trying to take 3 really deep breaths of the fresh air. Even the rainy, crazy Pacific Northwest fresh air right now is pretty wet and cold, but I think that's such a fun scent idea. And then yoga or a dance or a workout. I've been thinking about self-regulation and how to make movements, like more somatic movements. So that's where I'm headed there. And then adventures. I love the adventure section. I wanted to tell you a little story about the adventure section for last year, because radiant was my word for last year. And my adventure section, I wrote glow, swim, and bioluminescence, ? And then in July of this year, I took my first creative group out for a weekend retreat, and I called it the Bonfire Weekend of Creativity, and we had an amazing time on Hood Canal. And one night the luminescence were like off the chart. So because I'm a cold water swimmer, we literally wore our swimsuits, got into the water, we were like flinging this glowing water over our heads, we were laughing hysterically. It was the most magical moment of my year. It was so amazing. So be audacious in your adventures. Be audacious in your hopes and desires for this year. I'm trying really hard to be audacious. I am taking a Nordic cruise this year, so vessel really fits in well. We are going to go swim in the Arctic Circle. I cannot believe I'm saying that. I'm so excited as a cold water swimmer. I was thinking about pirate adventures. I was thinking about learning to sail. I was also thinking about making felt pods or vessels. And then an outfit for the year. I secretly already have a Smee outfit for this year. I had built a deck of inspiring people that I wanted to dress like, and Smee was one of them because that's the kind of human I am. So I have a pair of blue overalls and a red striped shirt that is definitely my outfit for this year. And then I also have just kind of other little, like I want to work on a journaling practice. So the last section, the middle section of my work here is visuals. And of course, for me, an artist, my visuals are pretty, it's where I flourish. I want to continue my journaling practice, and I want to really work hard on journaling most days. I also was really inspired by barn swallows, and that sailors really love to see swallows because it means they're really close to land, and that a swallow is actually a measurement of 1,000 nautical miles, and sailors would get a tattoo of a swallow after they'd done this huge amount of nautical miles. I thought kintsugi, the Japanese practice of repairing vessels with gold leaf, really felt like a right thing. A manifesting vessel, like something that you could put stuff in to create a space to dream. I think that's important and exciting. I've just read a Robin Wall Kimmer's book, The Serviceberry, and her quote, "All flourishing is mutual." It felt like a place like the hosting kind of ideas started. And her book was amazing. Go pick it up, read it. It's a quick read. It's a really short book. You could listen to it. I think it takes like 4 hours to listen to. Just a really, really beautiful idea on how we can build a world of reciprocity. And so good. So vessel is my word for the year. This is my vessel. I hope you come along on my ride with me. And I just hope that you find something that anchors your year forward. I love doing this prompt with a lot of friends. So I tend to write all of their words for the year in my journal so that I can kind of keep track of things. And I really think it's a practice of incredible delight in my life. So I hope that you've enjoyed this. Please like and subscribe, and send this to a friend who could also use it, and then you guys can work on your words of the year together. I also always do a little back of my phone case thing. I will take a picture and insert it. Then I have my word for the year that goes with me out into the world, because I'm very rarely without my phone. Maybe working on that a little bit, but it's one of those things that it's a constant reminder. I find if I say a word for the year and I never write it down, it doesn't come forward. And then I also have a daily book where I do morning pages, and I keep like my calendar and all my to-do lists in. And this, I did the vessel. I made a lot of copies of this, so I'd have it kind of in many different places. So I hope that inspires you to work on a visual for yourself, a word for yourself. If you have a word for the year, please put it in the comments. I would love for us all to put this energy out in the world that is uplifting and in a place where we're working on community. I think community is just going to get us through a lot of what's to come. Take care of yourself, take care of each other, and take care of this earth. And I will see you next time.